If this team's starting rotation has been of late, they've been on an absolute tear, Chris.
There's the dish. Can't wait to see if that momentum carries over to today.
And starting in this one, Jansen Junk, singing he was impressed.
Performance like last time out, his team will be happy.
Coming up on the first pitch, TJ Friedel getting ready to hit. And this 4-game set is underway. Jung in his second season, 30 years old now. He joined the team as a free agent. That one fouled off. The 1-2.
Ball 2.
Good eye in that spot.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Over to first, 1 out in the top of the first. Here's the lineup for the Reds. They're facing a guy today who is a strike thrower, doesn't issue a lot of walks, so they're going to have to work hard to generate base runners.
And when you've got a strike thrower like this guy on the mound, you can't be overly patient as a hitter because the umpire is generally going to give him the benefit of the doubt. So you got to go up there, understand what's in his repertoire, be aggressive in what you can handle. And you get 3 swings, why not take all 3 of them? With his control and command, he's going to be in the strike zone.
Ball high.
Lone Depot Park just underway here. Laser could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Fastball in for a strike. 0-1.
Nope, outside.
Inside, just missed. That one not close. They're now 3-1. Fouled off. He was late. Man at second. He goes down looking.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Digging in, Noel V. Marte.
Nope, that's high.
Marte went deep in his most recent game. Knee high, that's in for a strike. Off the mark there. And it's 2-1. Sliced hard but foul. Man on second, 2 down. To third. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. You're watching Miami Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. Back here at Lone Depot Park. On the hill for the Reds, Brandon Williamson. What do we have on him?
Well, he tried to make it through the 5th inning last time out, but the pitch count just got too high. He ended up taking the loss. That's one of those you just have to shake it off, come back out today, and try to throw a gem.
Bunting for a hit. He's safe on with a bunt single.
That's a fun way for them to start the game on offense, and thanks to a little small ball, they produce a base runner right away. And we'll see if this is part of the game plan for them today or if they just took advantage of an early opportunity.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. One down. Runner takes off. Pitch outside. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out, as we play game 1 of this 4-game series.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
Out to short. Gets to it with a slide. To first. Oh, the throw is over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Bad time to throw one out of play with the runner starting on second, as it allows them just to walk home for the run. Remember, on a ball thrown out of play, the runners get the base they were going to plus 1 more. So that was basically an automatic run.
Lopez stands at second with no outs. That catches the corner. Now he's challenging the called strike. And the strike call will stand. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Nope, that's low.
Hard hit left side. Over to Lowe. 1 gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting 4th.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored. And you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
On the ground to third. Throws to first in time. So digging in, Griffin Conant. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. Late with the swing there. And he'll two. Sets him down on strikes. Good job at damage control right there. Back here in Miami, well, Siggy, this starting staff have been the backbone of the team, and once again, they're setting the tone.
Yeah, every time out, it seems like one of these arms steps up. That consistency is becoming their trademark.
Ball.
Ripped to right. That gets by him. Around first, heading for two. And he's into second with nobody out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. This is J.J. Bleday.
Up.
In the air, left field, Ruiz on his way in. Hauls it in, one away.
That is the left fielder, number 7, Spencer Steer.
And the baseball tied him up as it squirts away. The throw to third. Safe
He's
at
in there.
third,
He's
moves
safe.
up on the pass ball. One away with a runner at third. Here at the top of the second. On the ground, right side, Edwards. Slings to first, but the game is tied as the run comes in. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across as we play game 1 of this 4-game series.
Bowling.
Way out front for strike 2. Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. And that is that. Down to the bottom of the second. Back here in Lone Depot Park. And now here's the Marlins DH, Kyle Stowers. Laced into left. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. That's down. One hops off the wall. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Relay throw home. He'll score, and a 2-1 ball game now.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
Next to hit, Jacob Marcy. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Man at second. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Pulls it in on the run. One away. Relay throw to second. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Definitely a weird play right there, and it changes the outlook of the inning completely. Nice job by the defense to take advantage and get 2 outs out of it. But on the flip side, I have to think they're going to have some discussions and probably some lessons learned about the base running decisions that were made.
2 down, nobody on. High fly ball, right field. Marte under it. And that is that. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Tap to first. Conine takes it to the bag, and 1 away in the top of the 3rd. So back to the top of the Reds lineup. There's a strike at the knee. Stays alive. And that just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ground right side and foul ball. That one missed. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, he really had to battle for that one. Man, that was so fun to watch. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
No, that's a ball.
Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Bounce to the right.
No,
and that's a foul ball. The 1-2.
That's the ball.
2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. So 1 left for Cincinnati. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. And it's fouled away. Foul ball. Here's the 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
The third baseman, Jake Berger.
Out space is empty. Jake Berger, the next up for the Marlins. In the air out to center. Grabs it on the run. And that's the inning. So they make short work. Back here in Miami, now the Reds cleanup hitter, Noelvi Marte.
Well, these Reds showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
The 1-1.
Ball.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Chop back up the middle. The throw to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
That's a ball.
Left field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. And the tying run is on base.
Those plays are challenging for outfielders. You know you have to do everything perfect just to track it down. Sometimes even that's not enough to make the catch.
And now J.J. Bleday. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And it's off the wall. Here comes Stevenson around third. Now a relay to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in. It's 2-2. 1 out. Runner at second. Spencer Steer will hit next. And that's fouled off. Man at second. And that drops in for a strike. Rolled slowly to first. Konai. He'll do it himself. 2 away.
The batter, number 9, second baseman, Matt McLean.
Swing, and he popped it up. Edwards gets under it, brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Run scoring double here for the Reds. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now for the Marlins, Heriberto Hernandez. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Griffin Conine.
That's inside. Ball 1. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
At the plate, Kyle Stowers. Stowers in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. And the 0-1. Foul ball there. 1 away, tie game, go-ahead run stands at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
0-1.
This one in the air center field. Takes it in for the out.
Next for the Marlins.
Go ahead run on base. Agustin Ramirez, the next up for the Marlins. He doubled home a run at his first AB. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup. Conine off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss.
Fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious, and now in a 2-strike count, he's going to have to widen out his stance, choke up on the bat, and really make sure he has pitch recognition before pulling the trigger.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. We'll head to the 5th, tied at 2. And we're back. What a run it's been for this pitching staff, Singy.
Yeah, you can just see the confidence out there right now. When a staff is rolling like this, Boog, it becomes contagious. Every starter wants to match what the last guy did. Sets the tone for the whole club.
High fly ball down the left field line. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run. Well, these Reds, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of...
Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. And that'll kick off the base of the wall. In comes the run from second. It's 3-2. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Now here is Ellie De La Cruz. De La Cruz in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. 1 on, nobody out, a run in, and we're in the top of the 5th. Right through there for a strike.
And on the mound, they can't be feeling too comfortable either. With the way these guys are hitting the baseball, it makes it harder to come into the strike zone for fear of getting hit hard.
Swung on, belted. That one carrying. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. 3rd home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 5-2.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here comes the skipper. Lake Bacher gets the call from the pen. He's into the game with the bases empty. And now Nathaniel Lowe.
Oh. Oh.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. That one almost got him. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Popped up. Lopez under it. And there's one down. Now it's going to be Noelvi Marte.
Oh.
Not giving him a pitch to hit there isn't a bad thing. He's dealing with a great first pitch hitter up there.
Nope. Ball 2.
That one at 95, missed up top. 3 balls and a strike. Right through there for a strike. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. This one in the air. And there's 2 away. J.J. Bleday, the next to hit for the Reds.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
Run around the move. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Next offering is fouled back. Runner at second, 2 down.
Ball 2.
That one misses, and the count's full. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate, but the hands are still stinging after that one.
Tapped softly on the ground. Konai. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Cincinnati plates a pair on this homer. It's now 5-2. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Gets him to chase after that one.
You know, these Marlins just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Got him swinging. 1 out. Really aggressive at the plate in that at-bat, Siggy. He was hacking at all of them.
Yeah, and he chased all three of the pitches, Boog, and that's not an at-bat you feel good about as a hitter, but I think we have to give some credit to the guy out there on the mound.
The 1-0.
The rest of the lineup could learn a thing or two from this at-bat right here. He's been patient, and now he's in the driver's seat with a 2-0 count.
Out to short. Over to low.
He's out.
Fine play in the hole for the out.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Edwards forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Two down, nobody on. Puts a bunt down, right side, low. Takes it himself. That ends the frame of the bunt attempt. It's back in the ballpark. Let's take a look at some of the moments that stand out to us. And now, Spencer Steer.
Up.
Started after it. Appeal to first. Didn't go. Ball to strike. The pitch. Breaking ball through there for a strike.
That's a ball.
And down on strikes. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
In the air, right field. Hernandez settles under this one. Two down. Now batting key Brian Hayes. 1 for 2.
Ball one.
Two down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the sixth. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's strike 2.
Ball 2.
And that's outside. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. And that'll do it. Reds down. Well, we go bottom 6. And now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Ball.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
Up next for the Marlins, the third baseman, Jake Berger.
Out towards right center field. McLean under it. And there's 2 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's around out there.
Hernandez, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Comes up empty. The Marlins trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 6th. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number. Back here in Miami, now here's the Reds leadoff man, TJ Friedl.
Now pitching for
They
the
turn
Marlins,
things over to the southpaw,
58,
Cade Gibson.
He's got a wicked breaking ball in his arsenal, and it's definitely one of his go-to pitches when he needs an out.
That's the ball. Ball, low.
Looks like he wants the signs again. That one misses, and now 3-0. And looks like he wants the signs again as he steps off the rubber. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. 1 up, 1 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it out.
So up next, Elly De La Cruz. Can't forget the 2-run shot he launched out of here in the 5th.
Yeah, one of the biggest swings of the game, Boog, as he looks to make even more of an impact in this at-bat right here.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase if you look down in that area.
And a pop-up right side, foul territory. 2 away now.
Up next in Cincinnati, the first baseman, Nathaniel Lowe.
Ball 1, no strikes. Late swing, foul to the left. Two down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Right side. Edwards throws to first in time. That's the inning. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brock Burke. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Conine, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. The Cincinnati bullpen has some movement. Tony Santillan, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening.
Big time gem right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Got him. Larry Bullard rings him up.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, Kyle Sauer.
Oh,
The Reds leading by 3 here at the bottom of the 7th.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Hayes slings to first in time.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
Ramirez up for the third time here, watches that one miss. Berg, 29 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And that one is lifted in the air. Friedel on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Nothing doing. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Ball, high.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
No, that's a ball.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And the 0-1. Chopped to third. Safe at first as they can't make the play. First and second, no outs. J.J. Bleday now at the plate.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
The 1-1. And that is out of play. The Reds trying to break this one open, and we're in the top of the 8th. Got him looking for the strikeout. Fought off foul.
Bowling.
Marte over at second. Stevenson at first. One gone. In the air, right field. 2 away. Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 3 in this one.
That's a ball.
2 outs. A couple of base runners at first and second.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
That one ripped, but foul. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Missed with a changeup, and the count is filled up. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And they're all loaded up.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball game, they're going to look back at this opportunity right here and have some regret.
And now he steps off. Big pitch coming.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach.
Manager out of the dugout. Calvin Fauché gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
That's a ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Next pitch misses. Ball 3.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score.
No, not what they were looking for from him out of the pen. That'll drive a manager crazy. He wants guys to come in and attack the strike zone.
High fly ball lifted into near right field. Hernandez in position, and that is that. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Here's Johnson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Marcy leading things. Often takes a strike. The 0-1. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Got on plane with that pitch. Not as far away, but out there a little bit, but he let it track. Tracked it, didn't try to pull it. And that's something that can help you get going, get on track. Maybe a little bit too late in this ball game, but you just never know.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Tony Santillan preparing to come on if needed. Mole getting cranked up as well. Runner on the go. Got him swinging. Blocked by the catcher, and he steals second base without a throw. Back to the top of the order, Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. And a swing and a miss. 1 out and a runner at second. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
Whoa.
Laser to the gap, should score the run. Marcy coming home. He will score. It's a 3-run game, 6-3. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. Really important at bat coming up now.
And a foul ball. Man at second. And a big swing and a miss.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Outside with a breaking ball. in the dirt. Struck him out looking. Lopez thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. So that removes their last challenge. Stepping in, Jake Berger. Edwards on at second with 2 down. And there's the ball. Swings through it for the K. They limit the damage here. A run on 2 hits, and they leave. Back here in Lone Depot Park. In now for the Reds, Ellie De La Cruz. Swing and a ball popped up. Lopez has a beat on it, but it's the third baseman who gets there to make the play. And a quick out, number 1.
The first baseman, Nathaniel Love.
Ball 1.
This one in the air, center field. Marcy drifts towards it, and a couple of quick outs. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Noelvi Marte. That one close, ruled the ball. And that's ball 1. Up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
No!
There's a strike. Out towards right center field. And that is that. Reds leave. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Emilio Pagan.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Way out front for strike 2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I definitely say that's a statement strikeout right there. You come out of the bullpen, go right after the hitters, and 3 pitches later, you got 1 out. Tell you what, if you're in the dugout, you're looking at each other and saying, he's going to be tough to get to today.
The Reds trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And the Marlins with just 1 out left. 2 down, bases empty. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. And first offering is fouled off. They're down to their final strike. And that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense.
Someone called a paramedic. I'm on fire. We don't get together, then we all die. They ain't feeling sympathetic for the small guy. I don't think I'ma regret it when the cars fly. Ain't nothing really like it used to. Wake the neighbors up like a rooster. It's a booster, help me see the future. I believe in karma.
Go